Welcome to the 5th lesson. In this lesson, we'll discuss about stage.dat, which allows you to create your own custom stage. It's the only .dat file that doesn't have anything to do with sprites, only pure code. That makes it pretty easy to edit. What you write in stage.dat is the normal mode. All the levels of difficulty are different. Easy. Enemies have 3/4 HP noted in stage.dat. They are very slow, don't use many special moves. Enemy heroes don't blink when getting up. Difficult. Like normal, but the computers are much faster and use more special attacks. They sometimes even spam it. Crazy. Many more enemies appear. You can consult the exact radio in this table by STM. This is stage.dat. Scroll down a little bit and find stage 11. This hashtag means that this is a common for people to read. The computer will ignore it. Stage and stage end marks the start and end of a stage. ID. Now you have to give this ID the correct number in this list. As you see here, the authors didn't order it from stage 1 to stage 5 because the order of these blocks of stage doesn't matter, the ID does. The original F2 doesn't have stage 1-6 or above, but many F2 mods have it by using the correct ID. A stage can have many phases. Phase and phase end mark the start and end of a phase. Bound is how long the map can stretch to in a phase. Remember, when you and the computers walk to the right word but can't proceed, that's because of the bound. Try it with different numbers to see what fits your custom stage most. Music is just music. Next, let's discuss about enemies. To spawn an enemy, you need ID and HP. All the attacks are optional. ID is the ID of the character, which you can find in data.txt. ID 3000 will choose randomly between bandit and hunter. ID 1000 will choose a random hero. HP is how much HP the enemy has. If there's no HP, the enemy has 500 HP, which is the same as yours. X is where the enemy appears. Negative numbers make the enemy come from the left side. If there's no X, he'll come from the right side. Times is how many times you have to kill that enemy. If a bandit has times 2, after the first one dies, the second one will come out. Radio is how many enemies per player should come. If there are 2 players, radio is 1, then 2 enemies will come. But if radio is 2, then 4 enemies will come. Boss and soldier have to be used together. Soldier will keep appearing up to a maximum of 50 times until boss is dead. You can use soldier times 2 to make the soldier appear only up to 2 times. Join will make the enemy join your team with the number of HP given. Join reserve determines the number of lives he has when he joins your team. Next, let's discuss about criminals. ID is always 300 if you want to spawn a criminal. HP is how much HP he has. Unlike enemies, this is not affected by the difficulty. Act determines which criminal should appear. Take a look at this table. X is where the criminal appears. Remember to make it smaller than the bound of the face. Otherwise he'll appear behind the border and you can't free him. That's also why, but you shouldn't use this. It will create bugs. Reserve is how many lives the criminal has. Finally, let's talk about milk and beer. These are the only weapons that you can spawn. All the weapons fall down from the sky randomly. ID. Milk is 122 and beer is 123. X is where to spawn. Again, use a smaller value than the bound of the face. Times and radio work just like for enemies. That's all for stage mode. Now let's discuss about survival. For survival, you only need one stage with ID 50. Then you can write how many phases you want. Actually, 100 is the maximum number. The game will execute in order. At the end of a phase, you can use when clear go to phase to look back. And that is it. Now you can create your own custom stage. Of course, you can create custom stage with cool dialogues like this. You have to learn more. But this is a good start. I also highly recommend trying STM's challenge stage. STM only modified stage.dat, but he created a very cool and difficult custom stage. You can learn how he organized everything and created a whole story with just the basic knowledge I taught you. That's all for this lesson. I'll see you next time.